This is the Stabby Road Podcast.
Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of the Stabby Road Podcast. A podcast where 4 different generations of horror fans pick a theme and then pick a movie that represents their generation in that theme. 2026 is a special year. We have 3 months containing a Friday the 13th, so we thought, what better time to cover the franchise than now? So February, we did the first 4. March, here we are recording Saturday the 14th, doing the next 4, and then in November we will finish it out. I am actress, cosplayer, mostly of the mattress variety, Sonia Harcourt.
I thought you forgot your name for you stuttered. Did you forget your name?
I was like cosplay, actress, content create, whatever. Yeah, that's where I stuttered.
Great job doing the real intro every time, by the way. You're like the only... I've clocked that. Like, every time she does it perfectly.
Yeah. Yes, thank you for keeping that up.
It's almost like I'm an actor. To my left, we have the infamous...
Stabby Tech Josh. The infamous.
You are at this point.
Jesus.
To my right, his lovely dad.
I forget my name at this point. It's Rob Graydon.
To his right, we have...
TJ Kiss.
All incredible filmmakers in their own right. Rob, of course, one of the OG hosts. If Stabby Tech came on as an official host too, and TJ is the new blood, which is my transition for the movie.
Wow. She's on fire.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If only she remembered her name.
All right, so yeah, part 7, the new blood. I'll give, I guess the tiniest bit of plot, because there is some plot here. It's not just Jason kills people in the woods. We open with a flashback of Carrie, Tina.
Okay. Do you know?
Thank you.
In my note, the first note is Carol Ann from Poltergeist.
Thank you. I was like, I knew somebody was going to get it.
Yeah.
This is, 1988, directed by John Carl Buechler.
Yep. Which we made that mistake last episode. You won't see it, though. We're just going to...
They're all blending together for us at this point, guys. Like, it's bear with us. We open with a flashback of a little girl whose drunk father is beating on mama, and so she,
I think so.
Right?
Yeah, they're not very clear on that.
No.
Yeah.
Runs off.
She yells, "Please stop drinking!"
Yeah, and you hit mommy or something.
Did she? Okay.
No, the mom yells from inside to stop drinking. And that's when Carol Ann is running away.
Okay. She ends up out on the lake in the speedboat, like a 7-year-old does, and gets very upset. And I hate you. I wish you were dead. And the lake bubbles. And then the dock collapses and her father drowns. We wake up, modern day. She is being treated by a doctor, played by Bernie Lomax, who takes her, they're having trouble, I guess, helping her process through her grief. She's got delusions. She's got hallucinations. So he's like, let's take her back to where it all began. And they go back to the house. As any good
psychiatrist would do.
Exactly. Let's go to where the trauma happened.
Yes.
Goes with her mom. There's, of course, a next door house full of teenagers.
Mm-hmm. As there always is.
Always has to be. And that's basically it. He's basically trying to exploit her for her telekinetic abilities. She doesn't really know how they work. She's still figuring it out. Then that's pretty much the movie. So, thoughts?
Well, Bernie Lomax is Kevin Bacon from X-Men First Class.
Yes.
Trying to find mutant powers.
I thought that too.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
I like this movie.
Yeah.
I remember my brother's the big Friday the 13th head, which we should probably bring him on for if we do in studio the last 4 episodes.
We should.
If he's ever available, that guy
is true.
Very
He's hard
busy
to pin down.
He's working today. Working very hard, by the way. He builds Legos and he watches Batman movies for a living.
Yeah,
yes,
we don't really feel that bad.
Fucking that.
We don't feel that bad.
Part of his job recently was he made us in Lego form.
He did make us in Lego form.
He made it
which
in Lego form.
We was supposed to bring in for the studio.
We showed it in one of the episodes, didn't we?
We'll post, I'll take high-res photos and we'll post them
Sweet. I have the OG around here somewhere. Oh, yeah, here it is.
It's back there.
He made this. He made the OG.
Yeah.
Which only 2 of those people are still involved.
Yes.
Fuck you, Joe.
Jesus.
Damn.
If you're still listening, if you're recovering
He
from your
probably
boating
is.
incident.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
That was a joke one, Joe. We love you.
Yeah. The Stabby Tech Podcast takes no responsibility for anything Josh Graydon says.
Thank you. You're the new.
You might need to save that one and
Yeah.
tag that more.
Oh, I will.
Anyway, I bring up my brother because he's like the Friday the 13th head, loves these movies. He was the one that sort of... I had watched the first 3 when he was still a kid, so I got to them first. Okay. But he became more of the content. So he was getting me through the franchise.
Okay.
We get to this one, and he's like, this is the best one. That being said, it takes a minute. And I was like, we're going through this. I'm like, it's an hour in. There's 30 minutes left. 40 minutes left. We're 20 minutes from the end. I pause. I go to the bathroom. I'm like, Jake, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is unwatchably bad. And then he's like, just wait. And we get to the end, and it really is like Sam Raimi stepped in for a week at the end of like... This movie kicks into high gear in such a way that is incredible. Yep. I mean, it really is Carrie versus Jason.
Yes.
Which I know that they intended for this to be a legitimate crossover, and then that fell through, and so they couldn't do that. But I like the idea of a psychic girl fighting Jason. It's fucking cool. And Jason looks the best he's ever looked. Mm-hmm. I think this is Kane Hodder's first movie. And the makeup is great. The unmasked Jason is my favorite unmasked look for him in this series. It's just a good movie, even though it sucks for 90% of it. Yeah, I like this one.
Okay. Gentlemen?
I said something before in the previous episode that I said we will get into more detail here. Josh sort of went through a timeline, but the timeline is... because
none of it makes sense.
Yeah, the first movie was in 1981, right?
1979.
The first movie was 1979?
That's what 81. The timeline said.
Right, but it takes place in 79. Does the first movie
the first movie came out in 81.
All right, so let's say for argument's sake it was 79. I thought
you were talking about the in-universe timeline.
Yeah, it was 79. So how much time goes by until little Corey Feldman shows up?
Real time or
time
in the movie time?
No, or in the movie. We don't know. That's my point. Is it maybe 10 years later?
There's no consistency.
You're talking about the in-universe timeline.
From the time Adrian King gets attacked on the boat.
Yes.
To Corey Feldman showing up. It is about 5 years, maybe?
4 years of them making movies.
Okay.
Right.
In-universe, closer to 7.
7.
Wow.
Yes. 7. Okay. So now it's 10 years after that, we get to...
5 years after that, we get to him being in the mental...
Right, but... So then he's what, 13?
I'm going by the timeline I have pulled up. Saying.
So now...
If you want to argue with nerds on Reddit, feel free.
How much time comes after Tommy then sinks him in the water till the little girl...
no idea.
Hold on,
idea.
wait, I can pull this up. So you're from
the previous one to this one.
Yeah.
This is 6?
This is 7.
This is 7.
So between 6 and 7, how long in the in-universe timeline?
So Tina's the lead in this one?
Yeah.
She kills him in 1990, which places
the dad
between 1990 and 91, which puts this in 97.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Which is why the next one I said takes place in 98, despite it clearly being 89.
Wow.
Well, they started going into the future early.
They sure did.
Yeah. 1998 is what technically when it takes place. Part 8 takes place.
Yeah. So my point is that timeline is
this is
bonkers.
Yeah, it takes place in 1997, and it does not look like a movie that takes place in 1997.
Your brain's going to break trying to figure out this timeline.
It's not worth it.
No, it's not. So that's my point. Forget about that. Again, so I thought the last movie was directed by John Carl Buechler, but it's actually this one. Buechler was essentially, this was maybe one of 2 or 3 things he actually directed. He was known mostly for makeup, special effects makeup. He came up with the guys like Tom Savini and Rick Baker and Tom Berman and Kevin Yeager and those guys. He was in that sort of school. He created the Ghoulies, which was Critters ripped off Gremlins, Ghoulies ripped off Critters, and you got Ghoulies. He created those Ghoulies, but and I think he worked on Puppet Master, and a lot of those Full Moon movies.
Reanimator from Beyond.
Yeah, a lot of those Charles Band.
He's still working. Wait.
No, he
died in 2019. Sorry, he has credits up until 2021.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is a directorial debut for him. So
Nice.
Which is what Josh was saying. Why Jason looks his best here.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to redesign Jason from the ground up. Because with the other Jasons, and we will always talk about how nice his clothing is and how nice, well shined his shoes are. That's the opposite here. His clothes are all ripped up because they've been underwater, probably being eaten by fish and shit like that for the past 45 years or however long he was in the water. And he's not wearing gloves or anything like that. So Buechler really wanted to have the bones coming through the flesh, and when he turns around, you could see his whole backbone and the muscles.
The back's amazing.
Yeah, and I don't know why he has giant derpy teeth, but nonetheless, he's got
sick.
It does look sick.
And he did animatronic work on callback Last Crusade.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another Friday the 13th Last Crusade.
Nice.
A tie-in, yeah. So yeah, and I think he gets the concept of also lighting for makeup, which a lot of movies don't do very well.
Yes.
And so he kind of gets it, and he's been around so many horror movies that he sort of gets that look and feel that you go for.
Yeah.
Yes, having said that, it does sort of meander a little until it kicks in.
Yeah.
During the big psychic
Really kicks
fight.
in just in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Truly. Yeah.
So, I agree with Josh. It's you have to sort of sit through a lot of stuff before
But it's worth it.
it
I
kicks
agree.
in, but it's 100% worth it. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So, like,
Batter up.
I'm having we watched all these condensed, or I watched all these relatively condensed over the last 4 days, so it's all blending together. When Lomax, I'm sorry that we're going to keep calling him Bernie Lomax.
His name is Terry Kaiser.
Terry
Yes.
Kaiser.
Yes.
Wait, TJ, can you raise your mic a little bit? Thank you.
Yeah. Terry Kaiser, who
Terry
stars
Kaiser-
in Weekend at Bernie's.
When he holds her mom up
As a human sheep.
to get killed by Jason, I'm like, just one of my favorite moments of just somebody just doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just and making his death
So much
coming
sweeter.
up so much better. When he finds her running through the woods, what's the name? I should look up the name of the characters, right?
Tina?
Yes, Tina. When he finds her running through the woods, and he tried to convince her, no, we have to go back to your house. Where's your mom? She's at the house. No, you're lying. No, I'm not. You have to come. And then Jason shows up.
He's also covered in blood at that point.
Yes.
No, everything's fine.
Yeah, everything is fine. Don't worry about it. Where did Jason get that? Weed whacker with a blade on it?
The barn that the formerly nerdy girl turned hot girl ran into.
That's right.
I remember because I took a note, he walks in there oh God, it's shopping day. Kid in the candy store.
That's one of the saddest deaths.
I really thought
because she spent probably hours getting herself all done up.
And she was good. She was sneaking under the doors to hide in between the walls of the barn. She was actually capable. And I was, I wanted her to get away.
But yeah, I mean, really, the end of this movie is
it's worth it.
Really incredible. Yeah, to get through it is a bit of a trek. Yes, I did.
The juice is worth the squeeze.
For 100%. Yeah, and you guys have hit on all the great things, but when you see Jason without his mask on in this movie.
Just incredible.
Yeah, it stands out more in my head than the mask does at this movie.
The crack in his mask, it revealed just the teeth.
Yeah, just the teeth on the side
is really
going
cool.
up.
I have... Son of a bitch. I wanted to bring it. I have many, many Jason masks. One of them is a full zombie head of this.
Oh, wow.
With the mask on top of it that has the cracks to show the... Yeah.
Nice.
All right, you need to bring him for the final four.
I know. Because Jake is basically the kid from 4. He's got all these zombie masks.
Oh, he's
got
Tommy.
All the he's Tommy, yeah.
Little Tommy. Speaking of teeth, everybody in this movie has got the zaniest teeth. If you watch it, they all have incredibly weird teeth. Yes.
Oh, I did.
All of them.
Really?
This is like it was cast by an orthodontist because, like, first off, Tina has got 45 teeth in her mouth.
Jesus Christ.
It's a lot of fucking teeth.
Okay.
There's another girl. She has the teeth of a beluga whale. There's another girl. There's a guy who's. They all have crazy teeth. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. I'm
gonna
not
have to
kidding.
now.
Teeth.
Look at everyone's teeth. They're either
Okay.
too big, too small, or they're like different shades of
Looking
gray.
at the whole cast right now.
Yeah, one's like a piano.
Well,
'cause
she's
it's
got
like,
crazy. That's, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh,
Her too. Yeah,
That's too
she's
many
got-
teeth.
Yeah.
That's too
They
They
many.
look
all
like
have crazy
veneers.
teeth.
Yeah.
It's the first time I noticed it, but like, yeah.
Okay.
Just a little side note. Crazy ass teeth.
All right.
Fucking, I mean, come on. Just look at that shit, man. That is
Yeah.
so
Oh, it's
cool.
unreal. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah, that face-off shot
Point at
is
the camera.
great. Yep.
Yeah. We'll show the camera because you just showed everyone else. But
Fuck them.
oh my god.
No,
All right.
Oh
who's
my
gonna
God.
see that?
Nobody
All
would
right,
yeah.
just
keep
send it
telling
to me, I'll
There you
put it
go.
on
keep
the-
cursing
Send
at them
us-
like
yeah,
that.
text it.
Nobody.
I'll send it.
Very good comeuppance for the blonde bitch in this
Oh,
one.
yeah, Melissa.
Yes. Yes.
Oh right.
She's such an interesting trope. Like,
so mean. Yes.
like just the icy but also slutty priss girl. It's
Yeah.
just an interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I have my pearl necklace and I'm a real cold bitch. But you want to fuck? Like
Yeah.
what? Okay. And Nick has absolutely zero interest, and she is just not receiving that message
Yeah.
at
No,
all.
to
She
the
just
point
refuses.
She takes that other guy upstairs, lets him get all the way to like, and then
that
is like,
poor
"Ah,
bastard.
sorry. I was just hoping it was going to be Nick was going to come back and get jealous."
Yes.
Yeah.
My favorite is that poor bastard then is downstairs, and when Jason's creeping up on him, and he's like, "Oh, changed your mind." I'm
Yeah.
like, come on,
Yeah.
dude. You
Yeah,
know
he
she
probably
didn't
died
change
with
your
like a
mind.
half chub, the poor kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Melissa's a
Fully
cold
swollen
bitch.
blue ones.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He said it himself. He's like, I'm gonna go take a cold shower. I've got
Yeah.
a date with the soap on a rope.
Yeah.
Yes.
The cat, they just jam packed as many teenagers into that house as they possibly
Yeah.
Oh,
could.
yes.
They're the excuse being it's somebody's surprise party. Nick's cousin,
This
I
cousin
believe.
who gets killed, they get killed on the way.
Yeah,
Yes.
never, yes,
The car
right. So never
breaks down.
shows up for the.
Correct. They never show up, and no
And then-
one's
and they
really
open
that
his presents at
concerned.
one
Nobody
point.
cares, even to the
Yeah.
point that the couple's outside in the car doing the giggity.
Yeah.
And they hear knocking,
Yes.
and he's like, "Oh, I bet it's
It's
him.
gotta be
gotta
Michael."
him."
Yeah.
Oh, he's not there. I'm gonna go scare him. I'm like, God, you guys are so dumb.
Yeah.
This is why I love slashers, man. You know, like that kind of stuff
Like,
is so perfect.
It's hard to even feel a little bit bad. We're like Darwinism. Please do your
Yes,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
You deserve every second of this punishment you're about to get.
But yeah, so we had how many? What did we have? We had the two stoner guys, right? One of them is the one who gets cucked by Melissa. Mm-hmm. The other guy is the girl with the big teeth takes upstairs,
Yes.
Yeah.
stealing from the nerd girl
Correct.
because she's not pretty yet or whatever.
Right.
And then we had, the two in the van. I feel like there were like other people in the house that we see peripherally and then we just never see them again. Maybe I think they could all be blending together
It's tough.
at this
It's
point.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say one of my favorite moments last night. This was the second time I watched it, but the first time it was very much passing, like while I was doing chores and stuff. So last night, at some point, Hubs and I were talking about like, he's like, man, I knew it was coming. He was like, the kills are kind of lackluster in this. Like, we're barely getting a freeze frame on them. We're not really seeing a lot. And I was like, that's because the budget went to the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
But as I was saying that, it was right when, after the stoner guy and the redhead fuck, and he goes downstairs to get food in the
Yes.
kitchen, I was saying to myself, like, man, yeah, we haven't seen one person thrown out a window yet. And then the next shot is her in the bedroom with the window, and I was like,
Here we go.
oh, thank you guys. That
Yeah.
The timing was immaculate.
The franchise has a very underrated window budget.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
We really
love throwing
don't
the guy
talk
through
about
the
it that
window.
much. Yeah.
And I'm really glad there was one. I would have been really disappointed in this one if we didn't get somebody thrown out a window.
Yeah.
And then Jason jumping in the window as well.
That's another one. Yes, Jason jumping through the window is great, or throwing a dead body through the window
Yes.
to then walk in through the window.
Yes.
Yeah, Kane Hodder talks about that scene, how difficult it was, because he's a pretty tall guy, and he had to jump through it with both his head down and his feet up to get through the window.
Oh my
But then
God.
still have it look cool. He said, because Hodder is a former stuntman too,
Yeah.
so he had to really think it through to get it just right. And he talks about that, how difficult that was.
Damn.
Yeah, with the mask on. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than Mears, who plays him in the remake, I think like the guy who sort of cared the most about Jason's physicality. And like,
Agreed.
you hear him talk, and he almost talks about it like a puppeteer. Like he was so interested in like the movements compared to where the camera is, compared to where the lighting is, and how do I make him look intimidating at all moments.
That's why I think even though this being his first, the seventh one, he is the most iconic Jason.
Right.
His performance is everything.
Yeah. I mean, because just as his stature, this big hulking person, that was I mean, there were big guys in the previous movies,
Right.
But
The
there's
presence.
just something about how he puts effort into the walk, and how every there's a real sort of anger to what he's doing,
Yes. Yes.
There's rage. There's rage there.
Yeah.
Where in other ones, like in 6, it's a little bit more robotic. How Jason moves around.
Right.
There's not. It doesn't. And then the further ones, now you feel like there's like real anger and rage behind every one of those movements.
Something that would separate him from a Michael Myers.
Yep.
or any
Exactly.
other-
Not
yeah.
just a cold zombie who's walking around killing.
Right.
But
Exactly.
he talks about, he was like, for an actor, your two most powerful tools, your face and your voice.
And I don't have either.
He doesn't have
Right.
either of them. So he was like, he sort of had to go, which again, I think a lot of people, and I don't want to disrespect anybody who came before, but like a lot of people maybe didn't think about or didn't care as much about that presentation. He just did. He really cared about putting the best foot forward and making sure it looked a certain way, it felt a certain way.
Right.
And I bet, like, as a stuntman, a lot of that maybe the other people who played before just thought that to themselves, like, I can't talk, you don't see my face, how am I going to make a performance stand out? And a stuntman was like, I got this.
Yeah.
No problem.
The only other Jason who I think is close is the one whoever did it in 4.
Yeah, for the
Yeah, with Feldman.
Yeah, because
Agreed.
the that one his movement was really a lot of,
Right.
but it might
There was a lot of intensity behind it. Yeah.
but I think maybe probably too much. Like where this is a little bit more understated, the regular movements and the stalking and stuff like that, because now this is essentially like a zombie. You know what I
Right,
mean? Whereas
right.
before it was Jason is still
Right.
alive, quote unquote, or whatever you want to say. But yeah.
Yeah, I would agree that, and 4 is one of my favorites of the franchise, and I think partly for that. Yeah. I really liked the shot where the guy's going downstairs post-coitus to get food, and he's like,
I love the word coitus. That always cracks me
Great.
up.
I know.
It's a word that cracks me up, and I don't know
I didn't
why.
want to say giggity again and upset Josh. The lightning shot where it's the overhead and he's about to go to the fridge and it's so beautifully lit. You genuinely don't see him unless you're looking for him, and there's the lightning of Jason in the corner.
Yeah.
That reveal, I was like, oh God, people are really trying in this one. It just looked so freaking good. It wasn't forced. Like, I almost missed it the first time. I really liked the moments like that. Like, the rest of it is obviously a very slow burn. We go from like teens to Tina being manipulated by Doctor to teens to Tina to teens to Tina. And it's a lot of setup of this.
Yeah.
Will she ever overcome her guilt, or will she ever own her powers or whatever, until the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that is just mwah.
Incredible, yeah.
But how funny is, I mean, I know we know this franchise kind of does just piggyback off of other horror franchises.
Yeah.
So obviously we're stealing from Poltergeist, we're stealing from Carrie,
We're sitting from the Monster Squad.
I would love to see
When it comes
a
to
full
the end.
movie of Jason versus Carrie.
That would be pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Your Monster Squad. Sorry.
In Hell,
Yeah.
in particular, that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Just saying. But yeah, like the whole, that was also a thing, obviously, around this time. Like Firestarter, I think, probably came out around
Firestarter,
this time.
yeah.
So yeah, like late 80s, early 90s, it was all
Yeah,
about
Firestarter was
telekinesis.
earlier. So
Where did that come
So that
from?
existed
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
I mean, it's mostly King. Well, King.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie.
He's kind of
and-
sparked it. That's
Yeah.
fair. It's interesting how much of it there is all of a sudden. One of my other notes, like, holy shit, poor Nick. He is just having...
He's having a bad
he
weekend.
wanted to do was try and befriend the new neighbor that everybody else is making fun of.
Right.
And be like, hey, no, you come hang out at our party. And he's now, wait, what did I sign up for? Like,
He didn't even want to be with any of these people. They're not even his friends.
exactly.
Yes.
He said, I'm only here to see my cousin who is already dead.
Yeah.
Which that's the first line where I was like, oh my God, when they're out on the porch and she's just like, and he shows her the picture of the cousin in the wallet and she goes, oh my God, I think he's dead. And her mom comes out like, pack your bags, we're leaving tonight. And she's, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nick's just, what?
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean he's dead?
What?
Huh?
And then,
Elaborate.
And then later in the office where she's like pulling out the gun and the house starts shaking. I'm like, God, Nick is... He's like, Eric and I we're riffing it like, look, Tina, I'm really trying to like you.
Yeah.
You're making it really difficult. It just felt so bad for him.
I like you, but I think everything else around you is
It's
a little
just
too
bad
much for me
shit.
to handle.
But I guess in her defense, she did tell him that in the beginning. Like, I don't know, I saw my father killed when I was a kid. I don't think you want to, if you're just trying to get your shit together, I don't think I'm your girl, but...
Well, Nick was thinking with his dick and was
Yeah.
like,
He's
no,
like-
that's fine. I don't mind that.
Like, the sex is going to be so worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy girls. Yes.
Until Jason comes in with a machete. Not quite as kinky.
Not quite what I had in mind.
Yeah.
What else? So it's interesting that the implication being that she's like psychically linked to him. So she's seeing the kills happen before they actually happen, which was weird. Or like as they're happening. It's like the cousin, it's as it's happening. With mom, it's like a premonition.
Yeah.
Well, I think, right, doesn't it? Because she brings him back to life, essentially, right? Isn't she... Her
Kind
freak
of.
out causes
Him to like wake up or something.
lightning to come and break his...
Right, because she goes to the lake and asking for her dad.
Dad.
Yeah.
She asked for her dad,
And she
yes.
makes a
And she
weird,
accidentally
a weird monkey's paw wish.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. I wish I could bring you back.
Yeah.
And then for
And
some
the
reason wakes
lake's
up
like,
Jason now,
whoops.
but dad wakes up later.
Yes.
Interesting how that...
Which is that was the Monster Squad reference.
Yeah.
You know, like when Van Helsing pops out
Ow.
of nowhere. But yeah, so that's where that Monster Squad reference came from.
Gotcha. Yeah, hilarious that she conjures up her dead father to bring Jason back down in the lake. And 20
does
years,
she
Dad
do it, or
hasn't
does he
aged
just
a day.
come back, or
And
that
she
he's
closes
not
her eyes
rotting,
and does
or-
the telekinesis thing,
Yeah.
and then the water starts bubbling.
start bubbling, and then
I
he
guess,
pops up
yeah.
looking like he just went down.
Yeah, he isn't waterlogged or
Nope.
or rotted to
nothing.
because again we have no idea how long he's been in the water.
About 6
I mean, that water is crystal, so...
So again,
Yeah.
she goes from 7 to 28. These movies are just
I'm not making-
bonkers. I know. I'm not. No, I'm not
I
saying
think they're
it's.
probably doing the let's cast a 28-year-old as a 16-year-old or
Yeah.
something, you know?
Yeah. No, it does not read at all.
Yeah.
Then.
A 28-year-old with 40 teeth.
Oh yeah, the saw kill was a little bit anticlimactic. The Dr.
Yeah, they don't
Cruz-
really... They just show a little, and then...
Yeah, and really good potential for just
Oh, Wicked Bernie.
beheading. Yeah.
What? Wait, how did he die again?
With
Jeez.
the
Jason
giant
is the weed whacker that has a
that
buzzsaw on the end of it.
yeah.
Right.
But he's like revving it up, and he just comes in, and that's like all we get.
Yeah.
I was like, especially of all the characters, you really want
That's
him
the
to
one
get
you
his
really
comeuppance.
want to see.
wanted
Yes.
to- yeah.
And we just see a little. I was definitely disappointed in that. There's so much potential of cool stuff they could have done there, but maybe they were like, well, we wanted to do it, but all
Would
that.
they like? Would it be a ratings issue? Do they think like it would push them into too past R or something?
In my research, I did find that this was the most censored version ever.
Yeah.
Because
Really?
every repetition they had to bring, they had to take stuff out because it was initially given an X rating for the gore.
Wow.
I want to see that.
Right?
I wanna see that
I want to
version,
see
yeah.
that one. Agreed. Yeah, they had to, I think, submit it to the MPAA like 10 times or something ridiculous.
Versus the new beginning,
6.
The porn director.
6, which had
Yeah.
to actually, there were scenes that had to be cut down for an X rating for way different reasons.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, no.
That's
Sorry.
5.
6 was the one I was thinking of.
No,
'Cause 6
no,
is
6 was-
PG. PG-13.
Yeah, no, 5, which was the
Yeah,
one.
5
is the porn one,
The
yeah.
porn director.
Yeah, 6 has no boobs. The first one was
6
no
is
boobs in
the
it.
only one with no boobs. Yeah. And it's PG-13.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
you're going to watch it for an hour and a half of 90 boobless minutes.
90
is what you're
boobless
watching.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see the original, man.
Oh, with all that gore?
Yeah.
I bet that's an amazing kill.
I
then.
bet it's so
Yeah.
good.
Because again, you're talking John Carl Buechler, who's a makeup guy. So
Right.
like
Yeah.
that's his forte. That's the thing they probably hired him for.
Yeah.
And ultimately the stuff
Couldn't-
that they couldn't show.
Because
Yeah.
we have moments like the girl in the van where Tina finds her later in the woods and she's got like the party favor sticking out of
Yeah.
her eye. So like
Yeah.
we get hints of it,
That was a great kill.
but we don't see it.
Well, you see him just shove it in her head, and
but that's it. We don't get like I'm imagining the alternate cut. It probably has a lot more like close-ups and different shots, and so that's a shame.
Yeah.
That is a shame.
I forgot when that guy went out searching for Michael,
Yeah.
and he brought just blowing that thing. I'm like, oh man, can't wait to see you die.
Yeah, you're so dumb.
Yes, I know.
Just so dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. And then-
Oh, sorry. When he was opening up the presents, I didn't notice it the first time. This is fucking hysterical. The blue bald kid, and he's opening the presents, and he personalized penis enlarger.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
It's a magnifying glass.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. That was such a great gag.
Oh,
yes.
gorgeous! Bravo, chef's
Yeah.
kiss. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, because they don't really bring any attention to it, which is like
No,
makes
it's
it
just that
it
little
makes
line.
it so much funnier.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Exactly. I loved that so much. Oh yeah, I knew there were people I was forgetting. I was like, there's the really vapid girl who's dating the guy for his wallet.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
I'm like-
American Express card
Yes,
show, right?
Yeah.
yes. Never leave home without it. But yeah, I was like, I know there's more people. And this franchise is very, very good at casting hot chicks.
Yeah.
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 My God, her body is banging. The one who
which one?
goes in the lake, skinny dipping with her
Oh,
nerdy
yes.
boyfriend who
Oh my
doesn't
God.
quite.
Right.
I was like, that's just a waste, Jason.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The nerdy guy. He doesn't even. He spends too much like smiling at the fact
Yeah.
that this is happening.
He's like, oh my God.
Like, dude, just get naked and get in there.
Right? Yeah, he doesn't. I think he barely gets his socks off.
100%.
It's so funny. I was like, I know there are more teens, damn it. There are more teen archetypes in this movie. What are they? Oh, there they are. Okay. But that's all I got.
I'm looking at my notes. The only note I have left is the mom's hair is insane.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I was thinking about
had
that
the
before.
hair- You could. It's almost like she went to a hairstylist and went, "I want to look like a woodpecker out in the field. Can you do that for me?"
I was going to say MacGyver. Like, give me the MacGyver.
The MacGyver.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The 80s.
Good hair. There was some
It was a
good hair in
crazy
this.
time
'Cause
for hair.
the
God.
girl who redoes herself to go
Yes.
down, her hair looks so huge.
Yeah.
So huge.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, there's so much
Do you remember
Aquanet
that?
up in there.
Yeah.
Hair being big was like the thing. Oh my goodness.
So during the 80s, we always talk about the hole of the ozone layer.
Yes.
I am positive it's from hairspray.
Well, that's for
100%
sure.
was.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
In my high school, the drama club, we used to do something as a fundraiser. We used to do something called like a haunted place. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say exactly the name, so you weirdos try and look up where I went to high school. But we used to joke, we're like, there is a particular
She went to high school
small
in
town
Haddonfield.
in like upstate New York where there is a hole in the ozone layer directly from the drama club's use of Aquanet.
That's why they switched to pumps. No, it was actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like specific, that was like our ongoing joke too. It was
Yeah.
like right above our hometown. There's a little hole.
Yeah, aerosol. It was the aerosol.
Aerosol.
Yeah.
So much hairspray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same thing with deodorants. Remember deodorants? You had
Oh
to
yeah,
spray
you used to spray
Yeah.
on deodorant.
Yeah, because Eric Hubbs and I were watching this. He's like, "Oh my God, thank God we didn't live in this time." Or I'm like, you're being a little harsh. I think I always, whenever you see like the neon color of the '80s, I'm like, think about what it's in response to.
Yeah.
The '70s,
Yes. The
and all
earthy
the
tones of the
brown
70s,
and
yeah.
red and orange, and
I'd rather that.
I know, but it makes sense when you like put
when
them like
you're-
why it's so
it was
extreme.
also like a pure. I could.
Excess.
Yeah.
So
It was a
okay.
response
What was
to like
that?
Reagan era. Let's make everything look shiny and cool and happy.
Shiny, happy people. And
Yeah.
so, all right, this is where I'm going to sound like Joe. Because I am now the senior guy. I'm now the old guy. But when you're living in it, when you're actually in the 80s, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's not until you stop for a second and look back at it
Right.
and realize how wacky everything was. I had no, like, I was one of those guys who had the skinny piano tie and like the rolled up sleeves, and that
You're a nerd.
that was my stand-up thing.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, because it's trickling in slowly. So then, in retrospect, when you look at it all at once, like, oh, that was a lot.
Oh yeah, I had a key for an earring, and I was Mr. 80s.
I have insane photos I could share.
Yes. If you ever see like the Ricky Gervais show, the animated one,
Yeah.
the shots where he's like a little kid, that's what I look like.
Oh my God, I love
Because
it.
it was the exact same time. Like I had like big hair, and it was a giant thing. Looking back at it now, it's really like you're like, what were you thinking? 80s, not even just me.
Right, right.
Everything.
It was
What
quite
do
a
you think? Yeah.
visceral reaction.
Yeah.
To the previous decade.
Right.
And then I think the '90s kind of mellowed it out and made it perfect. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
The 90s were.
gold,
How dare you?
I'm trying.
incredible.
How dare you? How dare you?
The 80s were a response
Simpler?
to
How
the
dare
80s
you?
were a
How dare you?
response to the 70s, and the
I don't want to
80s
be the
weren't
political
so much
killjoy here.
the
That's why I
80s
was
weren't
like,
so
I'm not
much a
gonna-
big shiny happy people thing. It was like, look at us, we're shiny happy people, but we're not.
Right.
The 90s was like, yeah, this is who
It was like
we are.
grunge and heroin.
This is who we
and-
actually are.
Right.
So let's shed that skin of the 80s and show us this is who we are right now. But yeah, so I need, because again, we were back then, we knew we weren't shiny happy people.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
We was just like, let's put that false front.
You know what's
False front
interesting
up.
is that
Yeah.
is still LA,
Yes.
where everybody knows they're playing a game. Mm-hmm. And they're still like, what is the point if everyone knows it's bullshit? If everybody
it's
knows
all-
you're not shiny happy people, and everybody knows that
Have you
you're just
ever
kissing
met-
ass, or
met somebody in LA, and instead of like, hey, I'm Josh, how's it going? Mm-hmm. They go immediately listing credits.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like it's
transactional.
Yeah.
Every
you shake your hand
relationship.
and they're
Yeah.
listing their business card.
Or
already.
you're at a party, and this happens all the time. And my wife and I talk about this all the time. You're at a party talking to someone, and it's clear that they're not so much listening to you; they're biding their time until they see somebody more important than you.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of nodding and ahhing until you're like, oh, I see a friend of mine, and they walk over to an agent or
Yeah.
whatever, someone who can do something for them that they've figured out that you can't do for them
Yeah.
during the course of your conversation.
Well, what blew my mind, because I had never been to LA until I got into the industry, and the whole making plans thing, obviously as East Coasters, I'm buying flights about 6 weeks out. I'm
Yeah.
writing down in my book, like, okay, we've got a trade shoot at 1 on this day, at 5 on this day. I don't do that anymore. I will literally just book whatever paid shoots I can, and then when I fly to LA, I'll just tweet it out like, hey, who's around to shoot content?
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, infinitely better luck.
Yeah.
Because I'm not their first choice. But if they've got nothing better to do,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like the whole having 3 plans a night because 2 are going to fall through boggles my mind. I cannot imagine living like that. Just tell...
I thought about going out there. There's a reason I stayed here.
Yeah.
It was,
Or just, oh yeah, we're going to so-and-so club tonight, join us.
Exactly.
And you're like, when are you going to be there? Or
Right.
and you'll go, and it's just like, I don't see this person. Everyone's looking at me like a kook because it's usually someone's house, and you're like, all right, and I'll just sit here and twiddle my thumbs until,
It's just mind-boggling. And come at me, Californians, whatever. Do whatever you want. I don't care.
love it out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot to love.
It's beautiful. I like San Diego. San Diego's gorgeous.
I like visiting.
I'm going to give you a Forrest Gump of Hollywood story.
Yes, let's go.
So my friend Lisa, who's been living out there for 30 years now, she's one of my best friends in the world.
One of the most wonderful people.
Yeah,
ever. She's incredible.
I've known her since I was in college, and we've just been best friends.
Oh, she's how we know Jill.
Oh, awesome.
That's how we know Jill, yeah.
Hi, Jill.
And I was out there one time, and her friend, I don't want to give his name, but he worked at Digital Domain.
Oh, cool.
The company, and I was out there in 1997. Right when they were making Titanic.
Oh, wow.
So he gave me a tour of Digital Domain. And I got to see like all the Titanic ships and a couple of a whole bunch of stuff, the computer generated stuff. But he said, look, we're having a premiere party for Titanic. Do you want to go? I'm like,
duh.
I was like, yeah, sure. That's what I think. And I went in the bathroom and screamed my head off. But I went. But the problem is, I didn't know anyone.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I would, like, go, like, hey, I'm Rob Graydon, and shake hands. And, clearly people didn't know who I was. And they were just sort of staring at me. I actually shook hands with Stan Winston. He looked right through me. Although I got to interview him, like, 5 years later.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Which was fine. But James Cameron, I got to meet. But I don't think I was there 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
there's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do. And this is like, when I say a Hollywood party, there was a red carpet.
God
there
damn.
were like, those big things that shine in the sky, the lights shining in the sky, and just like people constantly walking around with hors d'oeuvres and packed and disco lights and this and everything. And parts of the Titanic was there on display. And
right.
I don't
but like
think
you're doing your thing, trying to introduce
said,
yourself, and clearly no one's biting.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I don't think I was here 45 minutes, and I was like, okay, let me just go because there's nothing here for me to.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing established
really
about
engage.
me.
Yeah.
And it's just I get where the mindset comes from of like, okay, in case this person could blow up eventually and I'll ride their coattails, let me be nice to them.
And let me tell you something. I show this to John. You've seen this. The invitation was a strip of 70mm film of the Titanic. So I had a strip of it.
Oh my God.
I remember I showed, and then underneath is just the invitation. So it's like,
wow.
It was that elaborate.
Yeah.
Right.
Or I mean, I worked with one girl who like gave me her number, and we were gonna go to see a play because there were not that many theater kids in porn, and she was all excited that I was a theater major.
Right.
She gave me her number while we were on set. I texted her once and never heard back. Never again.
Yeah.
Like, I would not give my phone number to someone that I didn't think I actually would put effort into.
I want to call out something I know. It's similar to that. I want to call out something that I've seen in the film industry time and time again. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's a problem that I know I've experienced. I know other people have experienced it. And I don't necessarily think it's malicious, but it might be sometimes. I have probably had at least 7 decent connections opportunities with people. We'll work a couple times, we'll whatever. One time I go, sorry man, can't make it to the shoot. Whoever they replace me with, that's now the guy they go to.
Yeah. There's no loyalty.
No loyalty.
No.
Yeah.
No. And look, I know I have been lucky. I've worked with a lot of very loyal people, a lot of people who like to hire me, but it happens so often.
Yep.
I don't understand how you can make a career off of it.
This is a business that's a house of cards. Mm-hmm. You're only ever as good as your last encounter with the person you.
Yes.
Which makes no fucking sense.
I say that every time in the porn. I'm like, the minute I set foot on a plane back to New York, I don't exist.
Yeah.
The minute I am out of LA, I don't exist to most of those people. Yeah. And it's just...
Which is absurd to me.
Right?
I have names of people. There are people who are like major characters in my movie who like I had met 6 years earlier, kept their card on my desk, and I was like, at some point I'm going to work with that person.
Yep.
And then 6 years later, I'd be like, hey, I finally got something. You want to work together? And they'd be like, how do you even remember me?
Yeah.
And it's like, because we talked. I've been waiting. So it's like, for me, it's like if I meet somebody, I'm keeping them in my sort of Rolodex of names.
As I call it, it's the film family.
The film
and
family.
And that's who, when I have a project, that's who I go to first.
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
the people in my film family. Then if I can't find what I need from there, then I usually go through them to find other people who might be able
Yes.
to help us.
Yeah.
That's how you begin to build. But
build
you
it
can't
up,
just,
but it's just yeah.
There's plenty of ways to be professional and nice to people without being fake.
Yes.
You know, like I feel like East Coasters are decent at that. Like I'll be polite and courteous and professional, but I'm not going to be like, "Oh my god, I love you so much. Let's get lunch next week," and then never talk to you again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
because
way nicer here on the East Coast,
Right?
I think. Yeah.
It's the
a-
nice versus
it's
kind.
a language.
I think
It's an actual language.
Yeah.
That sort of vapid emptiness.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound like I'm putting anyone down, but it is
the culture.
Own culture and language that just saying it doesn't mean you actually mean it.
Exactly.
It's just a way of saying it so you sound relevant in that moment.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance you may go somewhere.
Exactly.
They want to be able to say, "Hey,
Hey, remember?"
when-" Yeah.
That's exactly
It's
it.
very saying what you feel you should be saying to
Yes.
somebody versus what you actually.
I've been to parties in LA where someone will come up to me, talk to me for a good 5-10 minutes, and Liddy goes, "So what do you do now?" And I said, "Oh, I'm a so and so back in New York," and they will literally walk away.
Wow.
Literally walk away, and as I'm explaining and realizing that I can't do something for them. Wow. They would just walk away.
It's just
That's
crazy.
wild.
Yeah.
That is so wild.
And that's part of why I got so depressed when I got into porn. It had nothing to do with the work. It was I didn't know that was a thing, so I believed everyone.
Yeah.
Every time
right,
they
yeah.
told me that.
Having said that, there were some amazingly wonderful, helpful people when I went out to LA.
Oh yeah, no.
Most of them are from New York. Moved here, but I'm not gonna name any names right now. But there was a gentleman who played in a very popular sitcom from the 90s, 2000s, who played a dad. And when I went out there, with my friend Rich. We had created a comic book that used real photographs at the time.
Cool.
This was in the 90s, so it was a really original idea.
Yeah.
He loved that so much that he sent me to somebody else who was I can't say his name on the air. I don't want to, but he is the executive producer of an incredibly major superhero franchise, right? That's been going on since the 80s. You might be able to guess from that. I'm not going to go from there. That guy brought me everywhere. He took me to Disney. He took me to all these because he saw. It's how I met Sam Raimi.
Wow.
Because he got me in there to pitch directly to Sam Raimi.
Oh my god.
And they even they eventually passed on it, but they actually said "Oh, Sam was really trying to figure out a way to make this happen."
Aww.
So it wasn't like they just blew me off.
Right.
And then the advent of Photoshop came about and completely destroyed the concept of what I was doing because it could be done digitally. So there are people out there
They do exist.
who genuinely,
yes.
who are in actually places of power. Who, if they do see something in you, you don't have to be a famous person. They will go, okay, let me try to give this person a leg up.
Yeah.
And people I'm incredibly grateful for, incredibly, and there are other people who I'll meet 40 times, and it's like they'll be like, "Oh, hi, I'm so and so," and like, we've met.
Yeah, I
so
met you
many
last night at
times.
another party.
There's one guy. I'm not gonna say his name. I swam in your pool.
Oh my
I know
god.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And,
By swimming means peed in your.
Yes.
and you still it's
still
like
have no idea.
no idea who I am.
If I can now pivot this to offer some any if there's any young filmmakers listening.
Yeah.
And this is going to sound like a lot of people will say this and I go, "You're an asshole," and just shut the fuck up. But you do sort of have to rely on yourself, and I don't mean that in a
100%.
be scrappy like you can't count on other people.
Right.
You should be able to count on other people.
should.
Absolutely.
But you can't be reliant on other people to generate your success
That
or
part.
your happiness
Yeah.
Or opportunity.
or your
It's
opportunity.
the great quote
You have to
from
drive
Mark
the bus.
Duplass.
Yeah.
You've
Mark
gotta
Duplass
drive
has
the
the great
bus.
quote: "Is
I
that
love
the
him.
cavalry is not coming."
The cavalry
Yeah.
is not coming. You have to be the cavalry.
You have to
And
be
You
the
are your own
cavalry,
cavalry. Yeah.
it's something I always tell my brother and I always talk about is like, you want to be a part of our movie? Awesome. If you're like, if we're shooting this movie now and you're like, can't fully commit to them, that's fine. We'll work on something else. We'll work on something else at some point, but we're making this movie right now.
Right.
Right.
And so we never want to it's a moving train.
Yeah.
You know, that train's going to hit the destination. You're not going to derail it. You can get on, you can get off. And I never have any, I don't care if somebody doesn't want to work on something with it. It doesn't matter to me. But it's going to get made. And you have to have that sort of drive to be like, well, I'm going to make this thing whether or not I get the people I can.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you have to be able to sustain yourself creatively and you know, get your own joy of it and not
you also cannot be worried about who's going to like it or who's not going to like it.
Exactly.
You know,
99% of the time, the stuff that you make for you because you love it is going to touch other people.
Yes.
It will.
So
Even whether or not you were trying to do it, it will happen.
But even if not,
I just finished a short film called Attenuator, and I made it strictly for myself. I didn't care if anyone liked it. I didn't care what people thought of it. And it just screened last night. It just screened at the Philip K. Dick Film Festival, and others are coming up. You know, and so, but. I think if I'd worried about like, oh, let me make this cut because people might not like this, or and I know that so much from being an editor, as with clients, where so many people are so worried about what other people are going to think, and I'm like, you are shooting yourself in the foot, because if you're worried about people liking it, then no one's going to like it.
Yeah.
You know,
trying to pander to the lowest common denominator is going to dilute it.
Yeah. And now, if you don't care if people like it or not, there are still going to be people who aren't going to like it. But the right people are going to like it because they're going to see you in that film. They're going to see what you do.
Yeah, like when I got into porn, I was really sad that I missed kind of the golden age of porn parodies. Like I had just kind of missed it. Like, and so Hubs and I one day were like, well, fuck it, let's just make our own.
Right.
And then Horrifier became like one of the most successful things I've ever done.
Yeah.
It's you can't rely on other people to give you opportunities. You have to make them.
Yeah, and it's also like you have to do the thing that you're gonna enjoy at the end of the day. And also, you know, you hear stories and it's like, it sounds, you know, not for nothing, but it sounds like every time was a golden age except for now.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and it's like, yeah, well, for every Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez, there were a million other filmmakers who didn't make it. So it's like, it was not a golden opportunity back then either. It was like, you know, it's never been if anything, now is the best time to be making shit because you can distribute yourself, you can make it yourself, you know. For $3,000, you can
It's easier than ever to do it.
For $3,000, you can get a camera and you can get a lens that look as good as anything in a Hollywood movie. You know,
for legitimate film, yes, I will say the reason that the golden age of porn was because we actually had money then before the internet.
Right, but we don't have money here. No, nobody has. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying the distribution methods, and even with porn, it's easier to self-distribute, right?
It's very different, Josh. Yes, it's very different, though. It's like so different.
Than in the 80s?
Yes!
I can make a short. I'm not just talking about for porn.
I know.
But the 80s had things like VHS sales and
DVD sales to video TV.
Right. There was no internet. So you had to go out to get these things.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I got 10,000 views on the trailer for my movie.
Right.
Yes.
40 years ago, that would have been impossible for me.
It is easier than ever to be
get your thing
a maker.
Seen. Yes, to be a maker.
Not necessarily make money off.
Exactly.
Right,
exactly.
That's what. But what I'm saying is in terms of just making things and putting them out there.
I agree.
It's never been easier in the world. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, there was a golden age in porn back when they had actual budgets.
No, there was a golden age for all of these things. There was a golden age for film. There's no money in film anymore.
How did we go on this tangent?
I don't fucking know. Who gives a shit? This was a good tangent.
Yeah, it was a good conversation.
Yes, it was.
There's no money for the new blood anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of which,
Very good. Well done.
Very nice. All right. So what are we going to start with? Slasher Smath, Two Truths and a Die?
we usually start with truths.
Yeah,
Two truths. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, you gotta flash the logo.
Two Truths and a Die.
Okay. During filming, Kane Hodder's dressing room was about a quarter mile down the dirt road. One night while filming ended at 2 a.m., he walked back to his trailer, still in costume. As he was walking, someone approached him and asked if he was in the movie. He didn't reply because he thought it was a pretty stupid question to ask, considering, and was just standing there in full Jason costume. When the man asked again, Kane took a little lunge at him and grunted. The guy took off, tripped, running. The next day, the director told him that the sheriff was supposed to stop by, but never did. Terry Kaiser, who played Dr. Cruz, was also filming his most iconic role, Bernie, in Weekend at Bernie's at the same time. Both locations were in the same state, but he had to wear a fake mustache for earlier scenes until his real mustache grew back in, because he shaved it for Dr. Cruz. This film was originally intended to bring horror icons Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger together for the first time. But Paramount and New Line couldn't agree behind the scenes, and so this was teamed up instead, the telekinetic Tina.
I definitely think the first one is real, because unless you're a psycho for making that much of a story for it to be not true.
I think the second one's fake.
I think the third one is fake.
I think the third one is the die.
Yeah.
Josh got it.
The second one, really?
Mm-hmm.
How about that? All right, that was a really good one.
Yeah, that's why I almost said something. You were like, this was going to be Carrie versus, and I was like,
No, it was. They did pursue
yeah.
an actual Carrie.
But I didn't want to mention
That's actually why I thought that was not true, because Josh was
That's why I didn't want to
pounding
mention
the
it.
pavement on that one, yeah.
I guess at some point,
And
the Freddy
that
versus...
was a very good one.
Thank
That's a
you.
tough
I
one,
really
yeah.
tried. Well, funnily enough, I did look it up. They were filmed, like, this was 88. Weekend at Bernie's came out at 89. And
Wow.
this was filmed in Alabama. And the Hampton shots for, like, Bernie's Weekend House were filmed in North Carolina. So they actually were not all that far from each other. So that's kind of how I
Well done.
thought it up. Thank you.
I didn't realize that this was... So Walt Gorney, who played Crazy Ralph, was the narrator in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, wow. How
No
about
kidding.
And-
The, like, almost movie trailer voice he was going
Yes.
for. Oh, cool.
And it was his final role
Aww.
before he passed away. So, yeah.
R.I.P. Ralph.
that? And that was the crazy one in this one, Crazy Ralph.
Yeah.
That's really cool that he was the narrator. That's awesome. But yeah, the Kane Hodder story is real. Which is hilarious.
That is a hilarious
Hey,
story.
are you in the Jason movies?
Dressed as Jason.
Dressed as Jason.
No.
No, I'm just...
I'm just a guy.
No, I'm a janitor. We just had a hockey game.
Yes, that would have been hysterical. No, I would have done the same thing. I love that he just lunged at it.
Yeah. Oh, for a second, I thought Tina's name was Lincoln Park in real life, but it was Lar Park Lincoln.
That would be amazing.
Her name was Lar Park Lincoln.
One of the facts that I had that was originally going to be my other one, but I thought it would potentially be too obvious with you two, was that the girl who ends up who was the lead in the previous movie, Pam, she actually read for this when she thought it was called Birthday Bash. And then once she realized it was a Friday the 13th movie,
I can't read
she was
this.
like, guys...
You don't know I was in your last one?
Yeah.
How do you not know?
That's really funny.
Yeah, so that was almost going to be the one I used, but I was like, that'd be so easy to kind of figure out with you two sleuths. We didn't do Slash or
Oh my
Smash
God,
if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's do Slash or Smash.
Okay. Am I bringing up the...
Yeah, bring him up, because I only saw the last 10 minutes.
All right, Terry Kaiser, Bernie.
Slash.
In this particular role, Slash, I agree. Let's see. Mr. Shepard, John Otrin. Who the hell is Mr. Shepard?
Mr. Shepard.
I guess that was her dad, maybe?
Oh, well, Slash.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a douchebag.
The movie slashed for him.
Tina.
I would no Slash.
Really?
I'd just be staring at those fucking teeth.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ
God. But
almighty.
think
Yes,
about
I know who
all
we're never
the,
getting on this
all
pod.
the mental eroticism she could be putting on you at the same
right.
time. You could be having
That'd be fun.
God, what's the Sylvester Stallone movie when
Oh,
Sandra
Demolition
Bullock-
Man.
Yeah, the Demolition.
Yes.
You could be having real sex and demolition sex
Yes,
at the same time.
Demolition sex.
Demolition sex.
That's incredible. That is incredible. Kevin's spear test, Nick.
He's probably a smash, right?
Smash.
Oh yeah, Nick. Yeah. Oh, Nick. I remember now.
Yeah. Melissa, the Ice Queen.
Smash.
Smash. Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
I feel like she would just make passive aggressive negs the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could handle it.
that would just make me go harder.
Yeah.
I'll prove you wrong.
It's like an audition.
Oh my god. I love it. Okay. Heidi Kozak, Sandra.
Which one was Sandra?
I think that was the one who goes upstairs with
Oh.
who gets thrown out the window.
Picture.
Yeah,
I think.
that would be also a smash.
Smash, yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. Kane Hodder.
Smash.
Smash.
Of course, he's Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the rest of them are like not any of the big roles.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
And look, they're all pretty smashable as usual.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this franchise does well. Smashable casts.
Yeah. They just half of them just can't smile, and I'll smash them.
Oh, and mom,
Well,
slash.
Rob, with
Yeah.
you,
With
I
that
don't
hair.
think they will be smiling if you were smashing. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If I'm doing it, they're not having a good time.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that about wraps it
All
up.
right. Well, jeez. Okay. Well, we've come to another end of the Stabby Road podcast. Like and subscribe to all our shit. Yeah, YouTube and TikTok and X and Blueface and Instagram and or Blue Balls for this movie. We'll call it Blue Balls.
Fair.
Yes, because honestly, your help and your subscriptions and all your stuff really help us put more content out there, and it helps us understand what you guys want to see. So,
Yeah. Anytime
please
you
do
have
that.
suggestions, comment. Let us know,
Yep.
please.
Yep. So, on behalf of all of us, my name is Rob Graydon.
I'm TJ Kiss.
I am Sonia Harcourt.
I'm tired.
And
Thank
thank you
you
for
for
taking
taking
another
a
walk
walk
of the
down
Friday
the
13th. My
This is
God, it
almost
was
over
so
with the
long.
thing.
We don't have
So
to do this
many
again
goddamn
until
movies.
November.
And too much teeth.
Stabby Road Podcast was created by Joe Senna. Recording technicians Josh Graydon and Eric Todd. The Stabby Road Podcast is a production of Fourth Castle. All rights reserved. See you next week.